Greetings. Today's going to be a short state of the galaxies for a couple reasons. One, a whole bunch of things to do. Two, there weren't any posted questions on the forums for this session. So what I was going to do is just start with some of the high points. Hello, Kern Z. And Supernautics, and Zaz, and okay, so let's jump to the first page. Video. The reason I have video here is because there's still a tremendous amount of work being done on it, even though you don't see it. And this relates to increasing the file sizes to be 10 gigabytes per file. And you would think that that would be simple, but it's not. Right now, each file is 5 gig, limited to 5 gigs for the upload for the submissions. We have been working on that and also laying the foundation for the eventual sort of Twin Galaxies Facebook structure for the personal pages that you'll be able to have with your account for Twin Galaxies, so you can post videos and do all that other stuff for video game related stuff only. Once we get all these changes done, people who have had, like Hector, Heck, as he's known on the forum, has a lot of trouble uploading for some reason, and so these last fixes should pretty much fix everything. But it's required a fair amount of work, and we're getting through it. Moving on. The general update. In the absence of questions, we can do the general update. Okay. The next week's, or in 2 weeks, the State of the Galaxies should probably be far more interesting. But essentially, here are a lot of the things that are sucking up my time for Twin Galaxies. Number one, well, certainly the video stuff is taking up time. The help section is very challenging to create a friendly, easy to understand help section that covers the basics of how to use Twin Galaxies, how to adjudicate, and all that, and going back and forth with the designers, and it's just like takes forever. So that's taking up a fair amount of my time. We are working on getting the icon implementations. As if you remember from previous States of the Galaxies, I mentioned that we were going to try to make it easier to pick and choose platforms and to do sorting in the submission review forum. And we have all these cool icons created for all the platforms. And but in order to get them integrated so that your searches will always, what platform are you talking about first and foremost? Okay, click. Now from there, games, tracks, and all this other stuff. And that's also when you're adjudicating. You know, what do you want to adjudicate? Did you want to adjudicate arcade platform? Okay, click. So that's actually being worked on. It's all designed, and so the design is being implemented. And that's taking a fair amount of work. Other stuff that's going on behind the magical scenes are 2-player registration on the site. There's stuff that you really don't even care about, I don't even know why I'm mentioning it, but there's this whole content management system functionality on the back end that is being engineered so that we can create better looking articles and news layouts and that stuff. We'll be altering the front page a little bit at the top, getting rid of those buttons. We're almost done with that. All that engineering work's been, so then things can really be featured, and just all around this, it's like a whole bunch of little things that add up to like a giant big thing. And so that's why it's not all exciting every 2 weeks, because some of this stuff takes longer than 2 weeks, and it's it's just boring stuff that has to be done. That if it was that when it's there, it'll make the site better. But I can't remember. Time blurs for me, so I can't remember if the Kong off had already happened. Was it 2 weeks ago? I can't remember. All I can say is I spoke to Wes Copeland, who has the tournament site that Igby used, and we've been having a very interesting conversation about how Twin Galaxies can support that, help it, help support Wes in the process of enhancing what the offerings are there. So that's pretty fun and exciting. I've been seeing a lot of really cool performances get uploaded to the site, which is really great to see. We're designing that bounty system so users can place bounties. See, the thing is you kind of want to have the Facebook page type system in first before you have the bounty system, because then it's easier to track what bounties you put up and how to, it's all connected, along with the leaderboards, like the custom leaderboards, like who has the most credibility points, who's, different ways of sorting the data we have other than what the traditional lookup methods are. Those won't go away, but I think it's also cool that it encompasses some other things. Like who holds the most records on Sega in general. Pull that up. What else? Sorry, it's not a particularly exciting State of the Galaxies, because I guess that's good, because a State of the Galaxies that doesn't have controversy, like angry speedrunners and such, is nice. That means there's some stability starting to take place. But we do have this, you're going to hear more and more about this, the Twin Galaxies Entertainment Festival. We're having some decathlons. We're having a Mortal Kombat tournament. The decathlons are very straightforward for the platforms we're doing them on. Like, and I may have covered this earlier. What's up, kill screen? Is there's going to be 10 games that are chosen, and we'll announce those games before the event. So you'll be able to practice if you want to. You'll get 3 minutes per game to collect a score, and then all your scores on each of the 10 will be added together for your total score. So it's a very, very straightforward. And the thing about these decathlons is that they're going to be integrated with our live broadcasting that we'll be doing out of the entertainment festival. So we'll have a stage. You'll see the 10 Ataris there. There'll be the people who are watching, and then it'll be 10 people at a time. So the current thinking is, let's say you're going to have, Pac-Man on the Atari. Let's say there's 50 competitors. 10 people go up, they get 3 minutes, they set their scores, those 10 people move off, the next 10 come up, they play Pac-Man until we get all the way through Pac-Man, which, based on that timing, would take five groups, 3 minutes apiece, so it would take, 15 minutes? So say round it up, 20 minutes, we're at the end of game 1, and you can see where the standings are. Now, we are inviting we have certain experts who are helping to choose the games on a per platform. We're seeking experts on those particular platforms. And then they'll be helping to identify, shady techniques, or at least commentate on it. They'll be up on the couch. We haven't laid the stage out yet, but there'll be a stage and a couch and the commentators, and then the people will be competing up on the stage, and everybody can watch, and it'll be like a big screen, and then they go for it, right? How exciting for an Atari 2600. So then we'll have our expert with us for that particular platform, talking about techniques, moves, things to key in the audience, and this will be all streamed live, so when it's all happening, Not only are the people at the expo seeing it, but everybody else is seeing it too. So it'll be pretty fun. So we're gonna have Intellivision, Atari, a classic Nintendo entertainment system, and then classic arcade. There'll be 10 arcade machines. It'll be that will be kind of similar to the That's Incredible broadcast, right? Where you're moving from machine to machine. You've got your and all of these things will not be taking place simultaneously. They will be they're all scheduled to happen in a sequence. So that way they can all be viewed by the audience, all be recorded, all be, a lot of participation. I'm going to try to figure out a way for the viewing audience when they are typing comments, for those comments to be seen by the people there. And then there's a Mortal Kombat tournament, which is a very separate thing, and that's still being put together by the Mortal Kombat community, and we're working closely with people and entities that do Mortal Kombat tournaments, and that might actually span all 3 days just because of the number of players that might come in, and it'll be a bracketed tournament and do all that. And then the finals of the Mortal Kombat tournament will be broadcast from I think it'll be on Sunday. So we will soon make an announcement regarding what the games are for the decathlons, and who our experts will be to come and sort of help commentate on what those things are. Our experts will not be able to compete, of course, but they can maybe have exhibitions and that sort of stuff. So there's more news coming, and this is just the contest portion. Now, I'm still waiting to hear back what the total prize money will be for our competitions, but we're in the thousands of dollars, not in the hundreds for winners here. So,
are all the ones you've announced, are they all prizes for each one of those?
Yeah, every decathlon will have a prize. Yes.
Do I qualify to play or no?
Do you have to qualify to play? No.
Am I eligible? I'm sorry.
No.
Mike Soroka's not eligible.
Mike Soroka, well, he's totally eligible because he's not much competition. So,
okay.
we do need, sort of throwaway cannon fodder players that just make other players look good.
I got it. You got to fill the fat.
Yes.
I got it. You got to get some practice runs against me. I totally get it. All right.
Yes. Well, we do have a zookeeper there.
We'll see Friday afternoon.
We do have a zookeeper there, so you can show us the kill screen with Echo the Dolphin in the center.
No. I don't know how to do that. We've used the tool assist program to get to it. Me and Nick are not good enough. We just know about it. That's all. I didn't say I'm no zookeeper expert. I'm not.
Well, there's some zookeeper action going on here, and now my task is I have to put 30 million up on this machine. If I just get some time, I will do it, because I got Neostorm running around here farting up the place with his 22 million. But that's for a different story. That's a different day.
Jace, it's been a while since we talked, and it's terrible that it's been that way, but I have a quick question for you. Have you considered an Archon NES tournament?
We're not doing any, other than the Mortal Kombat tournament, we're not doing any single game tournaments because of our broadcast time limitations. We're trying to make it so that of the people who are playing. Now, there may be, so to explain a little bit about the Twin Galaxies Festival, it's not like, at some point in the future, there'll be what I'll lightly refer to as the Twin Galaxies Olympics. That's a different thing. That's where it's all games, all platforms happening everywhere. That's a different thing. The Entertainment Festival is just more like, we like video game culture. We like hanging out and having fun, and there's music, and there's going to be paintball, and there's going to be all these other things going on at the festival that's focused on video game culture in general. And so Twin Galaxies is there as sort of a banner And yeah, we're going to have some fun competitions and broadcast that and have a little bit of prizing there. But no one's here trying to set world records or get ranked or anything. Now, if something interesting happens in one of these games, great, right? It'll all be captured on video, so it could be submitted into the submission program. But for the most part, this is about having fun, celebrating the culture that we all like to participate and enjoy in, and helping, having Twin Galaxies help to create a platform for people to get noticed and people to meet each other and hang out and stuff. But this is a public event, and as you know, we have partnered with John Weeks and the good folks in Banning for our facility. But they'd like to have a few public events throughout the year, and because they had the Arcade Expo initially. So it's sort of like an expanded version of the Arcade Expo, but it's sort of more Twin Galaxy themed, but as you know, they charge money to go to the Arcade Expo. All the games are set to free play, all this other stuff. And so that's the same situation for the Entertainment Festival. The Twin Galaxies Olympics and that sort of thing will be driven by your participation on the scoreboard. And so that's how qualifications will take place, will be whatever all the platforms and the games that we're going to be having in the Olympics, what's your standing, whatever it's going to be the top 20 that get invited for each platform. It'll be stuff like that. And then there's just the audience that's allowed to watch. But it's not that will be sort of a different thing.
Real quick, I'm pretty sure you just misspoke, but I want to make it sure for the viewers. You said paintball. I'm assuming you meant pinball.
No, paintball. There will be pinball, but
there will be paintball.
Yes. So this is what I'm told. So let me get back to this. So the Arcade Expo people, I brought in some top executives who are very good at event planning, who have a lot of relationships and know how to make an event bigger and more prominent, get more coverage. Now, between
I apologize. I got disconnected. I was asking you, do we have to pay as competitors to go?
For the Entertainment Festival? Yes. Yeah. Everybody has to sort of pay to come to the festival in general. Okay. But but you don't have to pay to get into the competition. Once you're there, you can be in it. Okay. And win the prize money or whatever, which will far exceed the cost of getting in there, if you win it. Okay. But no, Mike. So I was saying is, the people putting together the Entertainment Festival is not me. It's not Twin Galaxies. We are just responsible for this fun part of it. But they have said that they're planning on having paintball, big music acts come in, all kinds of food, like it's going to be like a foodie place for food people who want to just eat different kinds, and and they want. I'm assuming that there's going to be drink in there and all that other stuff.
So I need to change the clothes so I can play paintball. Okay,
you probably should do that. Now, the other thing to always
video games. I'm just going to play paintball.
You should know that it's the facility, the esports facility, is like a half a mile away from an epic casino, right? So, and there's like all this stuff to do just like a half a mile away. Also, if you wanted to gamble or do see some shows, it's like all right there. So it'll be.
But who would want to leave the Twin Galaxies Festival? I mean,
I don't. I wouldn't want to.
So I'm saying, you don't need. I don't think you need to up that.
Just saying. So yeah, I mean, there'll be. I'm talking about the decathlons, but obviously there's like 500 pinball machines. There's going to be all kinds of pinball tournaments, Pinball City. If you've never been to this, it's this whole facility is ridiculous. So. It's going to be really fun, and encourage you to come, and encourage others to come. But we'll be announcing. You'll see a post on Twin Galaxies in our social media, like what the games are, for the decathlon, so you can practice and get ready. And just know that just know not only will you be competing against others, but you're going to be live, so everybody's going to be watching. So there's going to be some pressure to get it on. I think it'll be one of the most fun. When I think of like the Atari 2600, everybody will understand. Like all the viewers watching the stream will understand what the goal of the game is.
Oh yeah.
they'll right? Like it's very easy to tune in, watch, and understand. And then you see, oh my God, it's like this decathlon high pressure cooker. I think it'll be just like a really fun sort of event to participate in.
So Jace, so like Archon like could be in the Colosseo of games, but it might be like kill the first guy as fast as you can or something like that, and then go on to the next game. It could be something like that.
It would be up to the Nintendo expert we're talking with, like what the games are. But I'm gonna tend to believe that the games chosen will be score based, not time based.
Okay.
So just for simplicity's sake, when you're trying to manage, because it's possible that we could get a lot of these games that we're choosing or these platforms we're choosing, they're very approachable even to a noob. They can look and they go, oh, I know how to play that. I'll try my hand at it. So it's possible we might have a lot of competitors, right?
Yeah, I like the timed aspect. Not the timed. I like the fact that it's a points based. I mean, because like you said, timed. You just never know what you're going to run into.
It's the so we want to be able to get through as many players as we can and let as many people participate as possible. But hopefully, we'll see. Now I've been talking to Todd Rogers, who he and I are bouncing around the idea of a bounty if someone can beat him in Dragster or something like that, like a cash bounty, like while he's there. It'll be we're having these interesting conversations. And there's going to be some other things. There's some Donkey Kong conversations, and so there could be some really interesting side events that are exhibition or where people can try to take on champions at something. Again, all in good fun, right? I kind of try to think of it like a Renaissance fair. You go to a Renaissance fair and there's all these.
Yeah.
So let's see. The dance games, Carrie, if we had dance games, you would win instantly. Nobody has more hours dancing.
Jay, so what if we she can only use like one leg or something?
I'll be like, and the competition is who can dance the longest. Go.
Yeah.
Festival won't be long enough for Carrie.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true. So really, that's the high points. I mean, are there any community rumors, gossips, questions in general that I can clear up or answer?
I got one question, Jace.
Yes.
Me and about maybe 57 fans are curious. We'll settle it on the screen, be broadcasting during its usual time during the festival.
Well, let's see. This is the question. When would that be? That would be what, the second or the third? Is it the third? I'm pretty sure that unless people want to tune out of the decathlon competition and watch Settle It on the screen, I don't think. Are you guys going to be at the festival broadcasting?
Well, that's what I was saying. If there's just a half an hour during the beginning, we'd still do our show right there.
Well, one thing I think we could definitely figure out is if you guys are there and you want to do some, basically some of what you do
Just real quick.
during our broadcast, or like stuff that you've on the floor reports or whatever, and you want to periodically come up and do that. I think we can figure out how to do that.
Okay. Like I said, if you need help with that stuff, that's what I go to these events to do. So.
Right. Well,
Jace,
it's fine.
do you have hours for the Sunday event? Do you know what the hours are going to be yet?
It's on the website. I'm not sure what, because this isn't the this is just a photo. But if you go to the Twin Galaxies Entertainment Festival.com, I think that's what it is, or Google it, you'll see the website, and the hours are there for every day, and you'll see some more information. I'm only showing just a section of the site.
Yeah, no, the reason I ask, because, I want to make sure I make arrangements ahead of time with work. Not, get in trouble, so take the time off.
Yes, well, all that info should be on the site. I don't know it off the top of my head because I'm not planning the whole event,
That's
Because
fine.
I'm busy with the site, just trying to
There's
get.
only one man. I will be there, Jace. It's official.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to tease you a little bit, that's all.
All right. Well, if you're coming, just don't play any Sega or.
No, I'll take the Intellivision. I'll take that one actual serious.
Well, that okay. All right. I want to see it. I know separately from our Intellivision Decathlon, they're also having an Astro Smash competition.
Oh,
And
God.
they have a whole bunch of prizes for that too, separately.
Oh, God.
So just
Yeah.
know that.
I need to build some calluses up so I can play that.
Yes, you got to move that disc. Intellivision will be there, the company, and so they're doing things. There's going to be a few companies, doing stuff there. I don't really even know all the things. All I know is it's like gaining a lot of momentum. Like
We got 2 months. It's
Yeah.
almost less than 2 months away. It is less than 2 months away.
Yeah, it's just going to start.
Their flights are going to start going up, so everybody book their stuff now.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think it'll be a good time. We'll see. We'll see. All I can tell you is the competition will be good, and broadcast, and
I
you get to watch.
So it better be good.
What would be good?
No, I'm saying I just bought tickets,
Oh.
so it has to be good.
Well,
It
there
has
you
to
go.
be fun.
That goes without saying.
'Cause
Then.
if not, then I have to eat my weight in hot dogs or something to make up the money.
Yes.
So, and I weigh a lot, and that's a lot of hot dogs. So you might not have this for it if it's not fun.
I'll be driving. I'm not coming to lose.
What else?
So I have a quick question
Yes.
regarding the registration. Is that something that's going to be available online for registration for the tournaments online, or is that something we're going to do?
That we don't know yet. That's a good question. I think the thought was you being there, but we might do registration, early registration also. That's a good question.
Otherwise, you might not. That way, you can get an idea of the numbers. Would be the advantage, I think.
Yeah, that's true. Or there's obviously got to have to be some upward limit because there's not enough physical time in the day for 1,000.
Right.
You know what I mean? But one question is if we do have a sign up, do we make it so that people can see who else is competing? Would that be interesting? Or do we just let people sign up and they don't know? They just signed up.
That sounds pretty cool. What would be a good idea too? The champion of each platform should go against a champion from another platform, like in an exhibition, final thing before the tournament ends. Just an idea.
That might be funny. But see, they happen on different days, so these people would have to stick around. But that would be kind of neat, and then you pick some game that none of them have played, right? And you go, okay.
Yeah, Todd, could go against me in the NES after I win the NES tournament or something like that,
Well,
Hey, Rudy, I'm coming, right?
Look, if you are competing in the NES decathlon, I am going to be very interested to see the final results of everybody who competes in that decathlon, because I know the competition will be on fire. There's going to be no room for mistakes in that, because
I know.
I think people are going to have fun with Intellivision. I think Atari 2600 will get super serious because everybody thinks they can play that thing because it's so but the Nintendo people, boy. all the people who
wins-
play classic Nintendo, they are deadly serious when it comes to something like this.
Yep.
Especially when you
My
have
life-
time and a score. Are you kidding me?
My
Oh,
life
man.
until October is basically the Rocky training month from Rocky 4.
Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is the latest and the greatest. If there aren't a lot of questions, I'm going to hop off and get back to my work. But so far, you know, the Twin Galaxies website's been stable. Everything's been, things are sort of moving along. I'm still strategically trying to put together a roundtable about the speed running and that discussion, because we need to introduce speed running into Twin Galaxies in a way that everybody's comfortable with. So that's still something on the table. And all the rest of the stuff that I'm doing for Twin Galaxies, I'm not allowed to talk about yet. And that's all the exciting stuff, so I can't even do that. But hopefully, you know, you're seeing slow and steady progress. Slow and steady.
It's amazing. You should see all the accomplishments things have done since January. I don't know if you've listed them all, but
Well, you know, not
it's a
having
great
been
time, dude.
not having been in the Twin Galaxies community prior to my arrival, it's very hard for me to compare what it's like today versus what it was like, you know, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. So I don't have a good perspective on that. Only you guys would.
Well, it's just a lot of people say, like, to be honest with you, there's all these threads that keep going up and, oh, we should fix this, you should fix that, and you guys are doing that for sure, which is awesome, but the amount of, I feel sometimes people don't need to take a step back and go, how much better it is. It's quite amazing. I think it's it's more of Walter's vision than he ever thought it could be.
Well, good, because
Discuss. So.
I want it to feel stable, alive, able to tackle new things. You know, a place where you can camp out, realize, okay, I'm going to camp out here. It's okay. I'm okay to camp out here. And I'm really hoping when we kind of get this very simplified Facebook-esque structure into the site, I'm hoping that people really like that, because then it can become a real place for your collective video game interests, and, you know, sort of being able to not only have that spot, but sort of accrue value and share with other people more easily who are about the same kind of thing, you know, because Facebook is too generic. It's like it's too everything. You know, you strip it down and make it all about just video game culture, and that's all it is. And then I think you integrate that with your records, your rankings, your skill index, a tournament system where you can quickly create your own tournaments within the site, and then group people and say, hey, let's do this real quick. And you could, without a lot of work, it's just like click, click, pow, pow. And then all that stuff, I think, is going to be fun. I'm hoping. So, with that said, I shall bid you all adieu.
Thanks for
And
answering the questions, Jace. I appreciate it.
absolutely, my job is to answer the community's questions, and hopefully I'm doing that. There's definitely a lot more coming. Just bear with me, man. This is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And I hope to see you at the festival. And in the meanwhile, send some scores up to the board, man. Get them up there. Get ranked.
I've been working, so it's been tough, and going back and forth for auditions, it's not been easy. So I'm working my head.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Quick question for you. When will we know what games? I realize that they're in the works still, but like a week ahead of time, a month ahead of time?
That's a good
As
question.
soon as we have them, I'm guessing in a week or so.
Okay.
Like a week, maybe 2 weeks at the most, and then
Oh my God.
Okay.
and then we'll be able to sort of say, here's everything. Go, go, go.
I hope I have them in my house.
Someone's dog is not happy.
Yeah, that's my one of my little ones.
All right. I'll see you guys later. Always feel free to ask questions on twingalaxies.com. And I guess, Neo, can you take me out? Neo's going to take me out.
Twin Galaxies.